Greetings and salutations, comic book conversationalists, comic book hangover, again with another really late video. Of course, those of you who are in the know that we recently welcomed into our family Parker John, our newest son, our second son, and hopefully, well, not hopefully, but will probably be the last addition to our family. So there's been a lot of chaos. It's been really hard to get things organized and make sure things are happening when they should happen or when we would like them to happen, like these videos. And on top of that, I am adding Whatnot streaming auctions. Here's actually, this video is going to go live on Saturday. So Saturday today at 5 p.m. and then tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'm planning some Whatnot auctions. Today's just going to be, it'll be just some rando stuff. I've got a Snot Girl #1, the Rocksteady and Bebop miniseries. There's a Black Canary, 5 issues of a Black Canary series from like 2015. A Chaos book, Ghost Rider, just some various things. It's just there's no rhyme or reason to the books I have today. But tomorrow I'm planning an Alterna Comics auction. So for those of you who don't know, Alterna Comics, a handful of years ago, they started doing books that were priced at $1.50, and they were all done on newsprint. So they're bringing back newsprint, and the prices reflected that I don't want to say cheaper paper, but later stock paper. And I loved them. I thought they were great. I wound up with a bunch of extras, and I've got a whole a short box of Alterna books that I'm also going to be going through, because there's I've got some reprints, so I can either part with a reprint or part with the original. There's some books that I know that other people will be able to enjoy. I've already enjoyed them all, so maybe it's time to have them go to somebody else and make a little bit of money off of it in the process. So that'll be tomorrow, and I'm hoping to be able to do another one on Tuesday, but that's not why we're here today. We're here today to talk about new comic books. So let's just jump into it, all right? So the first one we're going to talk about is Bunny Mask: The Hollow Inside, #1. And just like the previous Bunny Mask series, this is so much fun. I still absolutely love the art style of this series. It is so cool. So this one here, it's continuing from the previous Bunny Mask miniseries as well. And I don't know if they're going to give us hints or references, but there was also the Bunny Mask Free Comic Book Day issue, which I do recommend as well, especially if you're a fan of the Bunny Mask character. So this one continues, with the whole mystery. What is Bunny Mask? Who is Bunny Mask? Is Bunny Mask even real? What's the whole thing about the sickness that she's going for? But this one adds another wrinkle to the mix. The Hollow Inside references a character called the Hollow, who feeds on people. When he feeds on them, he does it completely and entirely, meaning he takes away their total existence. So once he's done, the person disappears, physically and mentally and emotionally. So anybody who ever knew them, their parents, their kids, they totally forget that person ever existed. And the thing is nobody misses what never existed. And so this character is going along. But the thing is Bunny Mask does cross over an area that the Hollow did feed, and she winds up stopping and says, she kind of looks around and says something's missing. So she knows, or it knows, or whatever. Bunny Mask knows that something is weird. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see Bunny Mask face off against a character who is supernatural, has abilities, and might even be able to give her a run for her money. The next one, there's really not a whole lot to say about this one. Jenny Zero, Volume 2, Homeland Insecurities #1 came out. Another great miniseries. Again, she it's kind of like a kaiju Jaeger thing, sort of like a Pacific Rim thing. Except imagine that the person running the Jaeger is a belligerent drunk. Now you've got Jenny Zero. So it's a fun series. I mean, you've got, giant monsters, giant robots. There's government intrigue, which kind of, it normally would feel out of place in something like this, a story like this, but it works. Everything works so well in this story. So she's learning more about her dad. Her dad was like her. Excuse me. Up all night. So it's it's just a really interesting story. I mean, there's really not much more I can say about that one. That one we're not going to talk about. Nocterra, still really fun. Looks like we're running. Actually, from the looks of it, we are getting ready to. We're reaching the end of the series. At the end of this one, it says to be concluded. I did look up Nocturne number 12. I couldn't find it listed anywhere. It should be listed by now. I want to check again, but if the series wraps up at issue 11, I'd be happy with that. I mean, it's a great run. We're getting close to possibly ending the darkness, the PM, the Great PM, or whatever we're calling it. We're getting close to ending that, possibly. We got Blacktop Bill, who seemingly has redeemed himself. He's one of the most vicious characters that are in this. He's really interesting. Actually, that's Blacktop Bill right there. He's made up of Shadow. There's some process that he went through that made him up of Shadow. He's basically a hired killer, which is great for him, because before the Great PM, he was just a really nasty serial killer. So it worked well for him. But for whatever reason, he's decided to help, our main characters here, and go against the people who changed him and gave him all these abilities. So I don't know if it's legit, probably not, but for the time being, at least Blacktop Bill is on the side of the angels and is helping out. But the series, if it like I said, if it wraps up with issue 11, that'd be one issue to go. It's a well-contained beginning, middle, and end story. I don't know what more you can say about it. I mean, it was just a good, fun little run there. This one I just want to mention because I love the cover for it, and I am going to get the second issue because I looked and saw that the second issue, whereas this one sort of homages The Evil Dead, the second one is going to homage the original Friday the 13th. Excuse me again. Jeez. All right, so, this one here, it's based on this, I don't call it like an urban legend or a local myth down in New Orleans of these creatures called the Grunch. And, kind of get an origin for the Grunch. They're little troll, demon, goat-looking things that talk and pretty much run this particular part of the swamp. You have a group of people who decide to go down there and they're going to catch one because one of them wants to catch it and become internet famous because he's an idiot. So you've got, all these characters kind of showing up in the swamp. And, the Grunts show up and people start dying. And it's fun. I mean, it isn't high art by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, it's not like, Transmed. It's not like Sandman or Fables, but it's a good, fun sort of throwaway horror comic. I would recommend it if you're just looking for something that's just really kind of goofy, kind of out there, and kind of different. So that said, I mean, really the only book I picked up last week was Mighty Morphin number 19. It's still a fun run. I mean, really not much more you can say about Power Rangers at this point. We're gearing up for issue 100. I am seeing that they're introducing some new characters, at least a new character, a Death Ranger, who looks cool. He looks like a really neat character, but I mean, I guess the writer's going to do some weird gimmick thing with how he refers to himself. So I don't know. We'll deal with that when it happens, but Power Rangers still a really fun book. So let's talk about the books that I picked up this week, which was, let's see, this is Saturday, so it's like, 4 days ago? I feel really bad about this, but, let's get these out here. Now, so what I have in my stack this week is a book that came out last week, and I got a few new free comic book day books, because my LCS is still offering them. So, the first one is this one here. This is Grimm. Now, this one is probably bad because this is a foil cover, and these things are notorious for picking up fingerprints. But it's $5.99, which I think is the cover price of the regular cover, so I figured, what the hell, why not? I'll go for the gimmick. And the next two are the ones I've been waiting for, like you would not believe. I'm so happy to be able to say this finally and have it in my hand. Fables number 151. I, of course, grabbed the regular cover, and I had to grab the variant cover. Now, it's going to be weird that each one of these is going to have a variant cover, because Fables really... I know the first issue had variant covers, and that was pretty much it through the entire run. They did not really do variant covers back then, but now DC is all about the variant covers, just like Marvel, for whatever reason. So, it's cool. It'll expand my Fables collection in my long boxes. Power Rangers number 19. I like that cover. I think it's a Ranger from a different line. I'm not quite sure who it is. This is the last copy that my LCS had, because I don't have this one on my list. I am going to add it on my list this week, though. Fortunately, it was the cover that I actually wanted, and that's Images Fables. Slumber number 3. I love this cover. That is... Let's see if I can get this thing to focus a little bit. There it goes. That's a great cover. I absolutely love the contrast between the happy, and then the darkness of this whole Ringu looking character there. And next one is going to be on better stock paper this time. Spider-Punk number 2 with his world's version of Taskmaster right there on the cover. It looks awesome. Can't wait to check it out. And again, they put that on better stock paper, so it's not like it didn't feel like it's printed on toilet paper like the last one did. So the next one, the next 2 that are coming up are going to be my free comic book day ones that I picked up. Again, excuse me, super tired. This is Skybound Image Clementine. Apparently, she's a character who showed up in one of the Walking Dead books. I don't know, but this is a super thick book. So it does have 3 books in it. There's a Clementine, Machine Boy, Everyday Hero Machine Boy, and Sea Serpent Air. So I'm going to check those out. Those are the books or the excerpts that are in that one. I mean, that's a pretty thick book. I mean, look at that. For free? That's not bad. Last one, this one, it just looked interesting. So I figured, what the hell, why not? Neverlanders. I don't know anything about it, but what the heck? Why not? Let's check that one out. So anyway, that's it. Those are the books that I picked up this week. And again, I'm really super sorry that this video came out so late, but have a change in the household, so I gotta kind of roll with the punches, so to speak. So my wife and I are really super tired right now. Parker, he's a bottomless pit when it comes to eating already. But that said, hey everybody, thanks for watching, thanks for your continued support, and again, check me out on Whatnot. I will be on there tonight at 5 p.m. It looks like at the time that I'm recording this, about 2 hours from now, and I'll be on there tomorrow again at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will put a link in the description below to my profile. You can go ahead and follow, set up a Whatnot account so you can buy, and as always, like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all that fun stuff here on these videos that I do on YouTube. And I will see you all, well, hopefully we'll see quite a few of you later today on Whatnot. If not, I will see you all next week. Now, I'm going to try to start doing these videos because I like to have them go live on Thursday. So I'm going to try to start doing these videos on Wednesday so they can be scheduled to go live on Thursday so I don't have any more late videos like this. But we'll see what happens because, life is what life is. All right, so that said, everybody have a great rest of your weekend. Hopefully we'll see some of you on Whatnot. If not, we'll see you all next week. Have a great weekend.